to extract.
There's a legend told on Serpent Island. A warrior could not pierce the serpent's body, and so it tricked it into swallowing a sharp blade. When we made plans to detonate the Kurahana Go, we had no idea that bombs had already been planted inside the ship. Now, the Kurahana Go has run aground here, and the T3 it was transporting has drawn the world's attention. This is not an end. After all, chaos creates opportunity. Nuestra existencia es para el futuro.
Five minutes to helo extraction. Asset secured. Exfil now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Garena Call of Duty Mobile Community Gladiators 2025. Yours truly on the mic, Pika, joined by Super Clark, and we apologize for the small technical anomaly that we had from our live stream earlier. We're back now, and just in case you guys missed it, Curves took it 2-1 over a very game Sky, or rather, sorry, very game, pardon me, Ralph. So yeah, Super Clark, here we go. Just a quick breeze at the bracket before we proceed to our third set of the day.
As you can see right now, Curbs getting the win with a 2-1 and definitely have a chance right now to go to the next stage. So where we're seeing Sky will be fight against Curbs. But before we move on to that battle, we still have another match that we need to show you, which is from the lower bracket, because Vishnu, after losing the battle earlier, has a chance right now to fight back to Ralph. So loser versus loser. But I'm not really saying that they're both losers, because they're on the stage already. So it was clearly a grueling match before joining the playoff stage. We have a qualifying stage, so it's like they did all of their best to be part of the playoffs. And Vishnu will still have a chance to get a win. Same thing with Ralph. So let's see what's gonna happen. How are they going to play against each other? And we're back to Shipment match for the team deathmatch. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is very reminiscent of how we did our first game, I feel. So a bit of vengeance, and redemption for both our players here. Just a little bit of showcase of their accuracies as the usual. R9. Okay, you got my attention already, Vishnu. I am you know how it is. Oh, and just like that, exactly what we were talking about. Vishnu with a couple of shots there from that R9, able to take the first frag.
That's a good start right off the bat, and Ralph getting another one to equalize the score. We still have a lot of time to play in. We just started the battle, and just like that, trying to be clever and using that smoke, and true enough, it's being effective coming out from Ralph.
Oh, absolutely, Super Clark. Now here we go, 2-1, and if there's anything that we found out earlier, this was actually the map that we pushed our limits, right? This led to a time up. No one actually got the 21 limit here at Shipment. I guess it's just a matter of patience and choices here, ladies and gentlemen. Ralph, a while ago, he really did put the hurt. But let's see. Oh, more shotgun action. I am being given a treat here, Super Clark.
Yep, I know. So let's see. Oh, this time that's really a good counter coming out from Ralph with the use of that VMP, and got a chance of the high ground advantage, but it doesn't work. But let's see, because Vista right now learning on how to adjust to the certain situations where he keeps on winning, but Ralph is at his back, not being aware from the surroundings. But let's see how it goes. The score is 5-3. We still have 8 minutes to play.
Hey, I actually want to correct myself if I'm wrong here. I believe that Ralph did win his team deathmatch in our previous set, right? So it was really a matter of fragging out, and Curves was able to win the hard point and the search and destroy. So it was a reverse sweep. This is one of the reasons why Ralph is here in the first place. Okay, oh man, okay, more shots. Hold that thought here, ladies and gentlemen. But again, Ralph was able to win his deathmatch. So let's see how he's gonna fare here against Vishnu, who was, I'd say, in a very tough spot, having to face one of our winners here, one of our more dominant players, Sky.
Right, so let's see how he is going to plan things out. But Vishnu losing the battle, as we witnessed. 7-5 is our score. We are playing at a 7-minute slow phase action that we are seeing. They're trying to adjust right now. Let's see. Oh, whoa, a close quarter battle once again. So let's see who will be the best player. Is that going to be Ralph? Yes, sir.
And again, shades of how he won earlier, Super Clark. Ralph really is that guy. Once he gets that, I'd say that peak advantage, and even if you're far away from him, he will definitely, give you a little bit of something to worry about. And just like that, he was ahead of the curve there, taking out Vishnu from that hiding spot. And that was a checkmate situation as well for Vishnu. There was really no way he would get out of there. Oh, we've seen this happen before, Super Clark. The sniper, he doesn't fear that. Ralph doesn't fear that.
Right, so clearly Ralph got the momentum going and the blood flowing, and he clearly tasting a lot of blood, drinking a lot of blood already by Gibson winning the close quarter battle. Vishnu doesn't have any answer yet with 12-6, 6 minutes to play. Let's see if this gonna be a momentum still from Ralph, or it will change. Oh my God, I was wrong this time.
Oh man. Okay, Vishnu with a little bit of retribution right there. Care of the HS0405. Yes, personal favorite of yours truly. Let's see how this is gonna go. More cat and mouse chase here for both players. No reloads yet on the side of Vishnu. I think he's pretty confident he's gonna get him with the next shell. Oh, never mind. And Ralph, once again, you know, this machine pistol has been our MVP for the so
Right.
far for the entire Community Gladiators, Super Clark. So far.
Exactly. It's clearly an effective weapon that you can use, even if in a pro tournaments that we are watching in playing Call of Duty Mobile. The pro players keeps on using the machine pistol, and it really works because it gives you a lot of mobility and it definitely use damage doing a close quarter battle. So
Mhm.
that's how it is. That's how they use it. But
Ah.
the one top, come on, man.
It do be. That is Ralph right there. So he knows where he stands. Okay, let's see if he was gonna get the peeker's advantage. Oh man, bad flick right there. But Ralph able to capitalize on Vishnu, and here it is, 15-9. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. And with 5 more minutes to go, this could still you know go the other way. I would say so. Let's see if Vishnu's gonna be able to clap back. Oh, but the head glitch.
Here we go with a great movement. Ralph still finding a good chance. Able to close out the sidelines. Finally doing some reload. So that's another reason right now. He clearly knows how to use the shotgun, but just
Wow.
trying to use the R90. But that it's gonna be late. It's gonna be late once again because Ralph is out there patiently waiting for him.
And he's literally just waiting for that next spawn, right? He's waiting for the next encounter.
Woo!
Yep, there it is. The man is just taking down every frag for him. He is 2 frags away here, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, make that one. Ralph, 20-9 and 11 points.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
this might be the finishing touch, and yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ralph, 21-9 against Vishnu. So
Crazy.
what else is there to say, Super Clark? But Ralph does it again.
I know. Ralph clearly learns a lot from the previous match, and he clearly got the blood flowing, as you can see how good he is in using his shotgun. And true enough, as you can see from the scorecards that we have here, 95, 21 kills, 9 deaths only. So use impact with 194 compared to Vishnu. He is definitely having a lot of struggles trying to find some answer to the HS. He tried though, Pika. He tried the R90, but it was
Yeah.
too late for him.
And at the end of it all, the trigger discipline of Ralph was really what it was all about, to be honest with you. Like, no matter what weapon he used, right? He was
Right.
he was able to pile up the frags from the automatics and the pump actions and the machine pistol. So what else are we gonna say? But congratulations to Ralph. He's taking his first win for his second set of the day. Meanwhile, let's take a look back at the action here from our highlights, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna be taking glimpses of those real important frags here from Ralph. And again, the machine pistol, because it is impossible for I'd say just like this. This is what I was talking about. Ralph, no matter what you give him, whether it's an automatic, it's a one-tapper, or the machine pistol in general, it just proves very useful in the hands of Ralph.
Gunfights is there.
Yeah.
Keeps on winning. Mechanical skill clearly evident on the side of Ralph. And true enough, the moment he just realized that he keep on having a good chance in doing a one top, and
Yeah.
it really works. That's the time that he stayed using the HS
Yeah.
and knows where to go. He knows where to wait, and clearly doesn't have any answer on the side of Vishnu. And that's when we saw Ralph taking over the battle dominantly, as you can see, with 21 kills, 9 deaths, and 2.33 KDAs.
And I think we never actually had to look back at how the final frag there was via score streak, right? So he was able
Yeah.
to use his pred missile just to make sure that he doesn't miss his target. Not that he would miss that target, you know, if he actually shot, but it is just the proper way, I feel, for Ralph to end his first set. Now, that is team deathmatch. Let's not forget, he did get reverse swept from hardpoint onwards. So I don't want to jinx it, but Ralph, as you mentioned, Super Clark, right? What if he did learn his lesson from the previous game?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. He just really needs to somehow apply that learnings moving on to the hard point, because we will be playing to the same map, Apocalypse. So let's see. again, like the point that Pika is making earlier, P1 and P4 is the hard points that you need to watch out for and be ready enough on how to find a ways to have a great gameplay, like a great cover or maybe a huge impact in terms of your offense. Let's see how it goes. This is going to be interesting battle.
Absolutely. And with Apocalypse again being one of those, in my opinion, really aesthetically pleasing stages. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I enjoy these traditional jungle-esque settings. When it comes to Call of Duty Mobile, you get to see the finer details of the map whenever you take a good look at it. And with a point, or rather with a mode like hardpoint right here, it is just eye candy for me. I try to focus as much as I can with commentary, but look at that. It is just this is a picture, right? This is a photo. This is not an illustration in my eyes, ladies. This is a beautiful photo, but I can't say the same for how you're supposed to play this. You gotta play rugged in this map, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. So let's see how crazy the battle is, because right now, Ralph clearly on another consistent win. Let's see, Vishnu trying to get the hard point right now, but because of the angle, Ralph taking over and getting the first hard point. So that's how good he is. So 7 going, a lot of higher points already, but Vishnu trying to somehow make a play finally, but Ralph still taking over the hard point with 17-0.
I like that. Now he has to keep his ears open as well, for any sign of footsteps. Look at that. The amount of security that Ralph is putting on this hardpoint. He is going to squeeze out every second that he can here, while hardpoint 1 is still within his grasp. Okay, so he did manage to burn a few seconds out of there just to get some information. Here we go. 15 more seconds on HP 1 and already inflicted massive damage against Vishnu.
Right. What a great rotation, and he knows already when to attack and clearly trying to be ready on the next hard point. And we are seeing right now trying to clearly annihilate and being dominant, because I can't see any answer coming out from Vishnu.
Oh yeah, not yet. Okay, here we go. Same damage right here. Oh, he had to use it. Yeah, smart, very smart on the side of Ruff, because he did not actually want to gamble. I'd say cat and mouse chase, while he does have the advantage. Look at this, 56-2, and the clock is still ticking on the side of Ralph.
You're right, and clearly, finally. Oh my God, I thought Vishnu will get something out there, but he got a few second points already. So let's see, Ralph definitely on fire. Oh my God.
My goodness. Okay, so nothing coming out on the side of Vishnu right now, ladies and gentlemen. And I feel that this right here, this is the fruit of Ralph's experience from earlier. He knows that, okay, I got to be on my toes here. I got to be super careful. But with scrap point, as we always say, this right here, this is the dangerous part. The travel from P2 to P3, because there's going to be a very, very rough... you know what? I'm going to give that to Ralph. Never mind. He had a plan. The man had a plan. I was going to say that it's a tough stroll all the way to P3, but there it is.
Pure dominance that we are seeing right now from Ralph, and he clearly learned a lot from the first match that he did, even if he got a great challenge, loses the battle from Sky before, but right now, I mean from Curves, but right now Ralph clearly showing how good he is, and he knows where to go. He knows how to control, even if Vishnu trying to make a point, but with no avail. It's gonna be hard for him right now to get a win.
Dude, this is insane. This is a heartbreaker for me. 130-2. It means Vishnu was unable to get anything started. And you know what this means? If Vishnu does not take this win, he will be our guaranteed, I believe, final placer for day number 1, at least so far, because he was unable to win a single match.
Right. And this is going to be the chance right now of Vishnu. This is the P4, but this is going to be hard to take because of the open area. A lot of chances. And true enough, Ralph knows where to go. What a good rotation and a great close quarter battle win.
Okay, and with a frag as well. Okay, that was good. That was good for Vishnu. He did not even have to come close to Ralph to be able to stop the bleeding here. But that is a mountain. It is Everest for you to climb. And there it is. Ralph, I believe, is not going to waste that last 8 seconds here if he can seal the deal immediately. I'm pretty sure he has information on the whereabouts of Vishnu already. And there it is. 2-0 Super Clark.
What a great sweep win on the side of Ralph. Clearly knows how to play now. It's kind of like a great reminder for him that, you know, sometimes if we keep on winning the battle, we are super confident, right? In the time we face some, you know, failures, that's the time to where we are being reminded that we need to always be grounded and go back to the foundation to where we know how to play the game. And true enough, it was clearly evident already to Ralph on how to play, on how to win a game and apply the learnings from the mistakes that he did. And clearly he did not repeat the mistakes because it was crazy dominance that he showed from this last match.
Yeah, personally, I'm super uptight when it comes to patrolling hardpoints, man. I am hyper fixated on objectives. And Ralph, for some reason, man, he just knew. He knew exactly where this was brilliant from Ralph, dude. Like, instead of actually trying to take on Vishnu without the clear shot, right? He didn't want to have to play tug of war amongst position. He just went straight for the pred. That way, he doesn't have to worry about losing the spot and actually guessing where Vishnu was going to come from. That was beautiful. Again, this was where it started to really sting, right? The 100-point mark, and Vishnu did not get anything started. I thought this was it. I thought that Ralph was going to be dethroned here, but no, he was just everywhere.
He clearly knows where to look at. And that's the time to where we're seeing how good he is in his also movement and clearly being able to control all of the hard points. Can you imagine? No answer from Vishnu. And clearly Ralph at the very end being the MVP and got the win with 16 kills in total. Just only 2 deaths, brother. 2 deaths. That's crazy.
That is absurd. But that is in a good way, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Ralph, probably the first set was a bit of a wake-up call for him. You know, I did win, but I dropped the ball there for about 2 games, and now I am on the lower bracket. I'm pretty sure now he has to really step on the gas here, Super Clark, just for him to try to get that run back on the winner's side, or whoever is actually going to be there waiting a little later on. Let's see how that's going to go. Apocalypse, man. I just want to talk about it. It is my one of my favorite maps ever, at least to this day, just because of how challenging it can be. Imagine just 4 hardpoints, 4, but it is all so tricky to pull off. As I did mention, I've been using that word a lot, right? Tricky, dicey, really challenging to do so because of the open spaces that were there. Vishnu's first brush of trying to get the points in there actually came from hardpoint 4.
Right. So, I don't know. Because he got a chance. He did, yeah, let's see what's going to happen right now because we are moving on to the next stage. We're back on the upper bracket where we'll be seeing the greatness of these 2 players, Sky and Curves. As we all know, Sky got, a good win with a 2-0 with Vishnu. And Curbs with 2-1. It's kind of like he got a taste of a good player, a good opponent from Ralph. But still, at the very end, Curbs got the win. So right now, he got a chance to fight with one of the best players in multiplayer solo mode. So we're just waiting right now for all of the players to be ready. And in no time, we'll be showing you the battle, how good it is for the Community Gladiators 2025. My name is Super Clark. Here would be still Pika. I don't know what's going on right now, if we're going to start right away or Mission Control will be giving us a break or what. Let's see what's going to happen. But yeah, we are patiently waiting. Pika, this is going to be an interesting fight from Sky and Curbs. What are your thoughts? Because they are both good so far from the matches that we watch.
Right. Hold that thought, though, Super Clark. I do have my ideas. I have my opinions on the matter. You know, we've seen how it's going to go down. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hold you a little bit to that action as the Community Gladiators 2025 will resume after a short break. So don't go anywhere.
Minutes to helo extraction. Be advised, Queegee is in your immediate vicinity. Contract fulfilled. Prepare for exfil. Extraction. Helo inbound. 50 seconds to extraction.
There's a legend told on Serpent Island. A warrior could not pierce the serpent's body, and so it tricked it into swallowing a sharp blade. When we made plans to detonate the Kurahana Go, we had no idea that bombs had already been planted inside the ship. Now, the Kurahana Go has run aground here, and the T3 it was transporting has drawn the world's attention. This is not an end. After all.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Call of Duty Mobile Community Gladiators 2025. You're still on the mic with me, Pika and Super Clark. So previously, we did witness our very first bottom placer, unfortunately, at the expense of Vishnu, but still GG's well played. Let's see how things are gonna go insanely intense here as we move right back to the winner side. However, Super Clark, let's check out what's at stake here for our players.
Yep, we still reminding everyone that we have a total of 400,000 COD points for the MP1v1. The champion will be getting 10,000 and the MVP will be getting 1,000 COD points. And that's a lot, where it's kind of like, you know, you've got, if you will be crowned as champion, you will have a complete 2 full draws, right? And for the roadmap, we're showing you right now, we started off with 200 plus players, 12 players for the group stage, and we are at the playoffs where we're seeing 4 players right now battling each other, and it is a double elimination round as we see earlier. And right now we are moving on to the upper bracket semifinals, and these are the dates that we had for this Community Gladiators. We started off from December 8 to December 11 qualifiers in group stage, from 12 to 14 and 15, and right now we are on the playoffs. This is going to be the first day, December 19, and tomorrow we'll be seeing another MP match for the teams. And these are the brackets, brother Pika.
Man, just looking at the names right here, ladies and gentlemen, it already excites me, specifically as we are going to witness the matches between Sky and Curves. So Curves with a very commendable reverse sweep a while ago, with Sky, however, with that strong, very powerful 2-0. Let's see who's going to emerge on top. Is it going to be a comeback again for Curves, or is it just once again another day at the office for Sky?
Let's see what's gonna happen. That's gonna be interesting. And you know what, I wanted to bring a point pickup because we talked about Ralph earlier, how good he is because he got the momentum, but winning from the lower bracket against Vishnu, he has a break right now. So that's why we are starting with Sky and Curb. So I don't know what's gonna happen with Ralph with the momentum, how he will keep up. But speaking of momentum, Sky got a break, Curbs got a break. So the question there, if there will be any momentum that we'll be seeing from these 2 players fighting against each other. We will be starting off with the game 1. This is a Killhouse. This is going to be interesting. I think I remember 2 years ago, brother, when you say that this is one of your favorite maps. Correct me if I'm wrong, brother.
yes. At least for this particular scenario, yes, it is. Oh, he's using the PKM, my favorite LMG. Okay, but here we go. We did miss the first blood there from Curves, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we did miss that first blood. And again, the Tundra. Right now, Sky, however, he's also donning said sniper. Let's see how this is going to go. Who's going to flinch first? Who's going to give away their position? The timing. Again, this is too intense.
Ooh! He has no idea, bro. He has no idea.
Didn't.
So let's see. 2-1. Sky getting the lead, but getting caught off guard. We are finding some equalizer right now in terms of the scores. Too early to tell. 2-2. 8 minutes to play.
No way Curves got that, dude. That is insane. Oh my gosh. Okay, so again, Curves being the madman with this sniper rifle, ladies and gentlemen. Just giving Sky a little bit of a run for his money, but no, not this time around. You know, automatic wins. Let's see. Again, I cannot call this right now, Super Clark. This is probably really fair the way that I see it. No, what? Off of a wall bang, bro.
That's a huge one. So let's see, because this will be interesting because Curves got a taste of how good his opponent is in using that sniper. So the question there, how can he quickly adjust in terms of rotation and finding a better angle, because we are seeing right now sniper versus sniper, just like that. Curbs getting another knockdown. So let's see if there will be any answer from Curbs with the sniper as well.
Skull popping shots right here, ladies and gentlemen. 4-4. Now again, another slow burnt up, but the favor has been returned by Sky. Beautiful Tundra shot. Looks like we're gonna be seeing a lot of this for the time being. A lot of Tundras, Super Clark, up until somebody, okay, a big graze right there, and still stubborn as to not use, okay, there we go, as to not use the secondary, but the Tango falls favor to Sky. Amazing. 6-4, ladies and gentlemen, in favor of Sky.
Oh my god.
Ow!
This is like a gentleman battle because they're not changing
Yes, exactly.
their guns. They keep on using the same weapons, which is the Tundra for the sniper. And it's kind of like sending a message that, hey, who will be the best player using a Tundra?
Oh, okay.
This time, frag.
That
brother.
was dirty. That was dirty, guys. All right. Well, you know, scrap the gentleman agreement right there. But there goes a drone, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. But there it is. Curves just breaking a little bit of that momentum. Just so you know, folks, for those of you who did witness it, Sky went on a 5 straight frag streak prior to that Hunter Killer drone. So that was substantial. That was very, very valuable. Ow, but went straight to the machine pistol. No, sir, I am not taking a chance. I am going to go for it.
This is really interesting.
Woo!
Oh my god, Curves finally got the momentum. Can he keep up? Can he close out the gap? Because the scores right now is not really favorable at the side of Curves.
Uh-oh.
So let's see. Oh my god, Sky once again clearly knows how to use the Tundra.
I like this. This was really nice. Okay, there we go. Curves with the eagle eyes right there. Beautiful shot. Let's see. Okay, movement, but just a quick peek off of the I'd say from the balcony, and there it is. A couple of frags immediately by Sky. This is exactly how he got the lead earlier, Super Clark. He had 5 straight frags with proper positioning, and that's all it took. Oh, but like that, I didn't even see the POV of Curves just then.
He's definitely trying to be aggressive with all of the utilities being used by Sky, but Curves caught him off guard using the high ground, and here we go with the utilities trying to
I
be
was gonna slow him down.
prepared. Close water. Oh, surprise, surprise, pistol.
Again, we're not gonna play that game right now, buddy. I do not have the knees to dance with you all day. I can whip out my automatic and make things a little bit easier. But there it is, a big raise on the side of Curves against Sky. So here we go, a little closer than we expected. 12 to 16. A while ago, the lead was significant, but now
Right.
slowly inching their way. Nice.
What a great answer coming out from Curves. Great find. That's a lot of patience being shown already by Curves. High ground advantage this time. Is that going to be on the side of
Okay.
Sky?
I
Just
see.
like that. Clearly using a secondary weapon.
Yeah. And again, that's exactly what we're talking about here. You cannot afford to give that that big of a lead to your opponent, right? It's not about pride anymore. It's just about practicality. So here we go. There it is. More machine pistol action, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be seeing that a lot today. So, oh,
Right.
what a slide shot there from Sky.
That's really hard, bro. That's really hard. It's kind of like requires a lot of great aim and a great control of your scope just to get that kill while sliding. That's freaking insane. And Curves right now trying to find a better position, high ground advantage. Oh my god.
Pretty.
How can he get that shot?
Now, for me, yeah, the shot, sure, that matters. But to me, it is really the sense of awareness, right? The smallest bit of movement, just like that, ladies and gentlemen, and Sky. We did not even get to warn our audience that it was potentially set point already. The action was too quick, and Sky emerges on top convincingly with amazing moments. We're going to have to watch out for that a little later, Super Clark.
Right, true enough. 21-14. Sky getting the win at the Killhouse. Great job, clearly having, clearly evident on how to use the sniper. At first, kind of like a gentleman gaming. What's up, Neptune? because of the sniper, but yet he recognized that there's a timer. He needs to clearly get a win, so he decided to use the secondary weapon every now and then, and
Yeah.
it works. So that's why
Yeah.
Sky got a win.
I mean, if you already bled, you already bled your opponent, you might as well finish the job, right? In the beginning, I saw how they were still equipped with melee. So I understand, it's a faster switch, a good transition from weapon to weapon, and also for mobility purposes. But in reality, as soon as you land a hit mark off of that Tundra, then you might as well finish it the moment you get the chance to. And again, I would say that as well and as dominant as it looked for Sky, it is not not leaving without a scratch. It was not an easy task in the beginning as well, because there was a good exchange of frags here up until I believe the 6th win or the 6th round of Sky, the 6th frag of Sky. Yeah, see, this is what we're talking about. It's still tight during these parts of the match right here, Super Clark. But again, it all boiled down to, as what you mentioned, was a gentleman's agreement up until it wasn't. You know what I mean? So
up until we saw someone use a frag, and that's the time they understand it. Oh my God, we're changing now.
Like, I get it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the picture we're drawing. Okay, I get it. But look at this. This is that part where Sky had a solid 6 frag streak. Yeah, there it is. It showed that it was Sky who used the drone. I'm like, okay, filthy. But
and that's a time to where we're seeing some greatness in using a better precision, a great angle, a great aiming in scoping, a quick scope for the sniper, and keep on seeing Sky clearly trying to being dominant in closing out the gap as well. When he closed out the gap, this is the time he used a machine pistol, and it really works. And I don't know what to say to his opponents, but yeah, at the end of the day, he just really need to grab the W, and that's the one that we are seeing. What a great highlights that we saw from Sky,
and for good reason, right? Like I would say that Sky developed this certain fan base because of what he can do. So it goes without saying that, yeah, you guys are definitely rooting for someone who deserves all the love. Explains why he is still on the winner's side and securing his grand final slot. So this right here, big testament, 21 frags with 14 deaths. And again, this is what I was mentioning earlier. He did win, but not without scars and all that. It's still a really, really good showing. Let's not forget, this is also not the last that we are seeing Curves, Super Clark. So he does have a chance to go for that run back a little later on, potentially.
Right, and they're going to play hardpoint once again on game 2. But this time, a new map, Slums. They're playing in a Slums map, so this is going to be interesting, though there's a lot of little rooms, little houses that they can rotate. But the thing is, on the P1, ladies and gentlemen, we're starting the hardpoint Slums map, and this is the one that we are about to see how good they are in controlling the hardpoint, because this is going to be an open area P1. So let's see how it goes.
Oh, sneaky, my goodness. Okay, those red patches on your shoulders are not gonna hide themselves, man. All right, but good start right here for Curves. Let's not forget, I did mention a while ago, Super Clark, that this might be that run back I'm talking about. If he manages to tie this up, then we're gonna see a repeat. Oh, okay, returning the favor. Let's make that 2 for 2. I did hold that thought, but what I was saying was, if Curves manages to get this done, it is a good run back and a tie, plus a repeat of how Curves was even on the winner's side. Remember, this is when he started winning.
Right, and it's gonna be, I can say he should be his turf, but right now we are seeing that Sky definitely having some adversity on how to get a point fighting against Curves. Finally got some good progress, but the thing is, gonna get a point at least. This is it. This will be a scrap time. Moving on to the P2. So let's see what a good take right away from Sky. A better position, but Curves is out there. Oh my God, I don't know what to say right now with Sky.
I like this. Okay, so we gotta play as I always say, right? You gotta play Viper. You gotta play ambush over here. Let's see, and if you can actually hold that spot for a little bit, wait for your opponent, because the hard point is not gonna move itself, right? It's gonna stay there. You're the one who has to walk in. So if you're patient enough and you're able, there we go, there it is. If you're patient enough to be able to hold the spot for a little over a minute, then you're okay. 49 to 19 and still count.
Right, and let's see how Curves will retake the P2. Oh, loses. That's a good chance, but yeah, in terms of points, Curves still leading, and we still have 17 seconds to play for the P2. So Sky right now trying to be ready. Here we go, but huge damage by Curves getting and having a good retake on the P2. Another chance for him to add more points, and let's see, because right now we are seeing Curves trying to stay longer out there. Scrap time movement, but
Yeah.
Sky being the first one to get that hard point, and that's going to be
Uh-oh.
another chance for him right now to get
Nice.
more points, and that's the one that I'm talking about. Being the
Exactly.
first one, and this is a tight space, brother.
It is. It absolutely is, and this is the point that I was clearly making earlier, Super Clark. That if you do play that game here of Viper hide and seek, is he not okay there? If you play that Viper game and just wait for your opponent to show up, giving you a clear vantage point, a clear opportunity to strike while you're in the hard point, then it makes the biggest difference. 87 to 29. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It looks to be all Sky so far. I think I rather all curves. I think I jinxed it.
Yep, let's see. We got a good retake once again from Curse, but losing the battle with Sky. That's going to be another chance right now for Sky to get
Oh, never mind,
more
it's-
points.
Yeah. Pardon me. It is all so far. It is all Sky. I think I said curves, but yeah, it's all Sky so far. 112 moving forward, looking real dim right here, ladies and gentlemen, for curves. Let's see how this is gonna go. The garage. I was gonna say that the garage
Oh,
could have been
man.
the money hill, but no, Sky already way ahead of curves here.
Oh, here we go.
Where is it? Where is
Keep
it? Where is it?
fresh.
Oh, there it is.
Boom! 124 to 29. We still have 44 seconds to play, and clearly it's going to be on the side of Curves right now to get a win. And that's
Ooh!
going to be what a shot right there using the HS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a little biased here, but again, the sun seems to be setting quite close on curves here. That's 100-point deficit, bro. You have to at least secure another 2 hard points by yourself just to be able to catch up to this. And again, that's catch up. That's not to get the lead just yet. Little tango here, and Sky, he's probably gonna end this, you know, by the way that this looks, or try to.
Let's see. Here we go. We're about to end right now, just like that.
Yeah.
Playing objectively, 5 seconds, 148. We're back on the reset, and just a few seconds left. We're about to end this match.
Oh, but the hard point is a little green here, folks. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's see. Curve says I am down but not out. I am still here. You know, we can still shine some light on my direction. See how this is gonna go. Sky, the potential retake here, and he does. That's
Oh,
it. ladies and
okay,
gentlemen.
all right.
2-0, putting curves on the lower bracket. Hold on, let me. Am I seeing this wrong? Because we got some names all over the place earlier, but
Right.
right. But
It's
correct
gonna
us
be
if I'm wrong.
Sky.
Yeah, I think it was Sky who won, wasn't it? It was Blue Side Sky. So we're gonna
Right.
check that out a little later on, ladies and gentlemen. But the important part is our hard point is done.
Right. We are done 2-0, and Sky being consistent in winning
it
the
is.
battle. Yep, 150 to 54 is the score. Curves loses the battle to Sky on the hard point, and definitely moving on. That's a sweep, 2-0. Great job to Sky, and he's definitely moving on to the grand finals to the multiplayer solo mode.
Oh yeah, I think I said that prematurely earlier as well. But you know, with Sky securing that grand final slot right now, Super Clark, that already says that I am the guy to beat here. I am the head honcho, you know, El Capitan. So
Yeah.
you guys better watch out for me. He is yet to drop a set, by the way. He is yet to drop a single match, and he's already made it to the grand finals. However, not the end of the line here for Curves. He is moving down 1 notch, so in the lower bracket. He is going to be waiting for whoever else down there in that pit of snakes, you know, who's going to be his next opponent, which makes me very interested, Super Clark.
And that's going to be fighting
Ralph.
against Ralph.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the bracket 2-0. Sky getting the win, moving on to the grand finals, and checking the lower bracket. Curves joining the lower bracket, fighting against Ralph. And there's the one that I'm talking about earlier, Pika, because
Yeah.
Ralph got the W because of the momentum.
Yeah.
Right now, he got a break. So
Yeah.
I don't know how Is he going to catch up once again with the momentum that he has earlier? Let's see, because it's kind of like a mind game for him, right? After a quick break, I know it might be an advantage because having a break, but somehow it will give you a little disadvantage because you got the momentum already. So you feel like your energy and your adrenaline still be there, and you're wishing to continue that adrenaline, but at the very end, because you have to wait, you need to have a break. So the question there, how can you bring back that adrenaline?
Yes. And I completely gapped the fact that it was already Ralph who was down there, not gonna lie. I completely gapped the fact that Ralph is already waiting. But the important key here is, as you mentioned, where is that blood rush, right? Like, how am I gonna continue this tear if I'm too rested? It's one of two things. We've talked about this. Like, some people, they like that rest. Some people, they don't want to rest. So where does Ralph stand? Where does he wiggle, right? Does he need that break, or does he want that engine hot? Up until the next opponent. That's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah. So I'm super interested right now to see on how this battle gonna go between Curves and Ralph. So we're just waiting right now for the battle to start. Good evening, everyone. Once again, we are. If you guys just watched and came across our live, this is a Community Gladiators 2025. Definitely brought to you by Garena Call of Duty Mobile. We are your casters. My name is Super Clark, here with me, Pika, and we are just about to show you the lower bracket, which is the semifinals. Curves fighting against Ralph. So let's see how it goes.
And again, if it's gonna be a prediction right now, I expect a little bit of resistance on the side of Curves again, right? So this run back right here is super important. It is super important because, again, Ralph, we saw what he could do when he's already pre-aiming. When he's already pre-aiming, he's pre-firing, it's almost his completely. But Curves with them quick scopes, right? With all the accuracies of the single taps, he's a dangerous man. He is a very, very dangerous opponent to go up against. So now, ladies and gentlemen, as much as we want to keep this action going, we're going to take a very, very swift break to catch our breath, and so should you. The Community Gladiators for Call of Duty Mobile 2025 will be right back.
There's a legend told on Serpent Island. A warrior could not pierce the serpent's body, and so it tricked it into swallowing a sharp blade. When we made plans to detonate the Kurahana Go, we had no idea that bombs had already been planted inside the ship. Now, the Kurahana Go has run aground here, and the T3 it was transporting has drawn the world's attention. This is not an end. After all, chaos creates opportunity. Nuestra existencia es para el futuro.
Minutes to helo extraction. Asset secured. Exfil now. helo extraction. Be advised, Queegee is in your immediate vicinity. Contract fulfilled. Prepare for exfil. Extraction.
Good evening once again. We're back to Community Gladiators 2025. My name is Super Clark, here with me, my brother Pika, giving you a lot of stories once again as we move on to the next match, lower bracket semifinals. That's going to be Curbs fighting against Ralph, and this is going to be interesting. The moment we took a break earlier, we talked about the COD points, as you guys are seeing already, the prize pool, which is a 400,000 COD points. And after that one, definitely we are moving on. After the semifinals, we're moving on to the grand finals to see and find out who will be taking home the 10,000 COD points for the MP1v1. And definitely the MVP will be getting, on top of the 10,000, a 1,000 COD points. So let's see how it goes. This is going to be an interesting match as we move on to the roadmap, Pika.
Yeah, so we did start off with a ton of players here, ladies and gentlemen, but now we are down to our last four who are battling it out right here in the playoffs. We've already seen a number of these matches. We're a little close to the top here. Super Clark, let's see who's going to emerge as the victor here for our playoffs. I'm super excited because right now, this right here, this is a determining factor. This is one of those, I'd say, crucial moments for our last three players, if I'm counting that correctly. We're down to our last three players here, ladies and gentlemen. So whoever will be at the grand finals are already going to get their big share of our COD points rewards here. But Super Clark, of course, you want to get that 5 digits, right? You want to get that that huge difference of CPs.
Yep, and that's a lot. I think that's going to be a complete 2 draws to where you will get the legendary operators and weapons, whatever draw that you're going to take. But yeah, we are back to the bracket, as you can see right here, after a grueling match between Sky and Curbs. Sky moving on to the grand finals, and Curbs moved down to the lower bracket semifinals to where he needs to win against Ralph. And let's see what's gonna happen. Again, we keep on talking about earlier before we move on to break that this is gonna be an interesting match because Ralph took a break, and let's see if will be a momentum problem or not.
Yeah, and it's a matter of adaptation at this point, sir, Super Clark, because it is what it is, right? It's familiarity. These guys have faced each other already, so for a number of matches, it already gave out information. It already presented itself the way that it should, and it looks like we're going back, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like winter is nigh. We are back here in Nuketown for our team deathmatch. So, mano a mano, literally just a couple of vehicles in front of you. Plus, it is a compound per compound 1v1. Let's see. And this time we didn't miss our first shot. We did not miss our first blood.
Right, so let's see, because from the previous match, from these two, Curves got the first game, but let's see if Curves will be having the same story from this match. As you can see right off the bat, what a good start to, we're having an equalizer now. Great job. So it only means that they know each other already. So let's see how it goes.
Okay, slow and steady. Oh, but missing his shots here. Okay. Could be the jitters here. We know that Curves has had a steady hand leading to this. Oh, but right now, it is the mobility of Ralph that really is coming into play. This is exactly what we saw during the first team deathmatch that these two came across each other, Super Clark. And just like that, Ralph once again on top.
Right. So let's see. That's a good start from Ralph right now. So we keep on questioning his momentum, and we are seeing how focused he is in trying to get a win. That's the reason he got a good rotation. Oh my God. Curves is not really aware on the location of Ralph, which is really good. So let's see how it goes right now. If Curves will have some answer from Ralph.
And I don't think he did pick up the sniper as well. Just sticking it close with the automatics here, ladies and gentlemen. The Tundra back on the hands of Curves, but no use. Oh, he picked it up. Looks like we're going to have a duel here, supposedly. Let's see if Ralph is actually going to take that. Or rather, if Curves is going to take that.
All right, so this is going to be interesting. He doesn't have any choice but to get closer to the position of Ralph.
Does he?
Let's see.
Ooh!
Oh, that's one that I'm talking about. Oh, 5-1. We still have 8 minutes to go. Let's see if Ralph will keep the momentum.
I like it. I'm not all about the sprays and praise, man. I also got them one taps, locked and loaded. Let's see. Here we go. Curves in position. And he is yet to make another mark. Oh man, okay. This is the exact same spot that gave Curves a bit of a problem earlier, Super Clark. The team deathmatch.
Right, so that's why Curves doesn't know what to do. He is lost just like that. Oh, that's I don't know, bro, but that's an easy kill using the utilities right now. Frag. Oh, see? That's a good consistency coming out from Ralph.
Okay, so this is what we fear. Momentum is an unstoppable train, folks, if you're actually unaware of what's going on. Let's see. Let's see if Curves has a solution. He has an answer. Does he stop the bleeding? Yes, he does. Care of the VMP. And it was not the sniper that did the job. Let's see if the wake-up call here on the side of Curves will be that automatic.
VMP versus VMP. Who will get the best one? Oh, doesn't have any idea. Oh, finally got some intel. That's a good shot. Great start, great battle. Good space. Moving, dancing around. Great job. But Curves loses the battle.
Oh man, just when we thought rather that Curves actually found his path right there. But again. Okay, never mind. So Curves, okay, answering back 9-3, just 6 frags, very winnable, very solvable. And
shoot, okay. Ralph again. Oh, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. You gotta be inside of any building, but too late. 11-3, another kill. We still have 6 minutes to play right now, and Ralph taking the lead, but that's crazy use gap in terms of points. So. Is there going to be any answer from Curves? That's something that we need to find out.
Yo, real sneaky from Ralph right there. Literally hiding under the snow. I like that. That was cool. Uh-oh. Okay. Gotta take it slow here. Curves has all the faith in the Tundra right here. I think he knows that I'm better off with my single shots than I am with my with my sprays, right? So I think the tracking, the tracing, that's the problem that Curves might be having. You see? But Ralph, that's where he excels. Complete polar opposites of worlds here. So let's see if Ralph is gonna make a statement as well. He picked up the Tundra again.
Okay, all right. So sniper versus sniper.
Curves! Wow!
Oh, what a shot coming out from Ralph. This is going to be interesting. We still have 5 minutes, but in terms of number of points, we are seeing Ralph taking the lead, and the momentum is on his side. Let's see what's going to be the flip side of the story, but I don't see that one coming early, but Curves getting that win.
There is a reason that this is my preferred weapon, mister. Okay, so some timing shifts from both players, or at least just a little bit of an arbitrary encounter. Still, at the end of it all, Ralph, like I told you, man, if he does have his pre-aim already, there's a huge chance that you're done for. Same with that sniper. He was able to see Curves off of a distance, and we didn't even know where he was. But he managed to pull off the shot. 15-4, 11 wins. Or rather, 11 elimination lead here. Make that 10. Because Curves was able to stop the bleeding for just a little bit.
Yep, just a little bit. But Ralph got a better position. Even if you are dancing around, it's not enough for you to survive. And being ready, trying to have a better position once again, taking that advantage. The question there, how can he capitalize in curves? Finding some intel. Here we go with a smoke in front of him. But Curbs loses the chance at your back. Late rotation. Ralph takes the lead once again.
It is looking out to be a very Ralph show so far, ladies and gentlemen. A dozen frags in the lead, or leading here for Ralph. So now Curves still putting all his faith, all his love in this Tundra. Look at this. Okay, so there's already a giveaway of the position. Nice shift, nice slide away from there. But Curves manages to actually outmaneuver Ralph in that exchange.
He is so confident on that one, trying to dance around, closing out the space, but not able to make it. And Curbs right now taking that advantage, a 10-point difference this time. But looking at the time, 3 minutes to play. Oh my God, I don't know. He's not being aware. Ralph is at his left corner. Now, the thing is, from this 1v1 match, the most important thing that you can do is, like, you know, have a better earphones or maybe headset, whatever you guys are using, so that you can hear the footsteps, because seeing the position from Ralph earlier, it was crazy close, and yet Curbs doesn't have any idea.
Yeah, I
Just
guess
like
so,
this
right?
one, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. And in potential set point now for Ralph once again via team deathmatch. And that's a good point that you're making there. Maybe, just maybe, he's not actually listening, or he doesn't have, or he doesn't have that that will to actually put his ears in the game. But that could be a big detriment, ladies and gentlemen. Now here we go.
Right.
Ralph once again against Curves takes his second team deathmatch victory.
Oh my God, it was clearly a dominance from Ralph. It's like Curbs doesn't have any answer. I don't know, maybe because of the loss earlier from Curbs. That's the reason he's playing from the lower bracket semifinals. Is like, okay, I lost. Okay, I don't know what to do next. And I already know who will be my opponent, and yet I can't perform. So talking about the morale there, it's like a disappointment kicking in, and it's like taking a toll from the side of Curves. And because of that, Ralph taking that advantage, able to capitalize. 21-7, huge gap.
Could be. Now, this is the big question mark, ladies and gentlemen, whether or not Ralph is going to be able to close this out 2-0. Meanwhile, let's take a look at some of the previous happenings here via the highlights. And again, amazing shots from Curves. We can't discredit him for that. But Ralph with the mobility, with all that motion in the ocean. Just ever so confident right here is Ralph, right? You can see he's not afraid to close the distance against Curves, and he's willing to take that risk, which is to say that Curves was also able to get some of these substantial shots against Ralph.
Right, he's not even having a great movement. He's just know where to rotate. He just know where to go, and keeps on winning a lot of close battle or close quarter battle. And somehow, Curbs finding some answer, finding some luck, like, getting a win against Ralph, but it's not enough to put a win and grab the W. And being sneaky, as you can see right there, I heard you earlier saying that to Ralph, being sneaky and getting that kill point, and it was clearly a good approach when executing his strategy, playing this 1v1 in Nuketown area. It's kind of like this is his turf.
Yeah, or rather this mode even, you know what I mean? Like, I feel that this might be where Ralph is super comfortable with, because remember a while ago he did have team deathmatch, but it was held in Shipment. So Ralph is very comfortable in this particular setting, where you can respawn and all that. You can correct your mistakes if you do fall, right? But look at that. As I mentioned, whenever Ralph always gets that pre-aim, it's almost as if that encounter was completely his already. Just like that. 21 clean and 7 deaths from Ralph. Good stuff.
Good stuff indeed. 21 kills, 7 deaths, 3 KDAs. Now, interesting match. Moving on to the hard point. As we all know, when we see this battle from these two earlier on, Curbs and Ralph, Curbs got the win on the hard point, but the map was at Summit. There we go. Right now, we're moving on to the Slums, but although it's the same mode from these two players, but let's see, since Curbs got the win from their previous match, so let's see if Rob right now learned a lot from the play styles of Curbs. So let's see if this is going to be a 2-0, or Curbs will have a great comeback playing hardpoint on Slums.
Yeah, it's safe to say that Curbs needs this, right? He is definitely on the pressured end of our table here. He does need to get this, because a while ago he did make a point that I was able to reverse sweep you. Now it's time for me to get that back. You know, it is time for me to get that momentum back. What if this is where Ralph, once again, this is probably his kryptonite. You know, being able to what if Ralph is once again caught aback if he doesn't get the vantage point immediately? And we're seeing a diversity of weapons here already. Did we see an XM4? Looks like we did.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
All right, so that's a good sign right off the bat on the side of Curbs, and this is the one that I'm talking about, because Curbs knows how to play in Slums in a hard point mode, and true enough, 22-0. So we still have 34 seconds, but right off the bat, we are seeing Ralph taking over, trying to have a good retake right here. He just need to spend some few seconds right here on the first hard point to get more points and get closer to Curbs, but Curbs knows what to do next. Oh!
Man, the dance floor was hot for those two guys, man.
Indeed.
25-20 over here. I like this. Not really that big of a lead so far, ladies and gentlemen, and this is only our first hard point. Let's go. Momentum so far on the side of Ralph. He did take notes. I'm going to give him that.
Okay. All right. We are seeing some great progress right now. Moving on to the P2. Ralph got the control. So the question there, how long? Oh, good job right there. So let's see, Curbs. Can he keep up? Curbs right now is definitely on the loose end. Just like that again. It is, and Ralph taking over still the P2 side. He still have 38 seconds to play from this hard point. So let's see what's going to be the answer coming out from Curbs, but keeps on losing from Ralph.
I'm telling you, man, the tracing of this guy, Ralph, with any automatic weapon, or I don't know, man, maybe any weapon at all. It's just really such a danger. But I had to jinx it right there. Curbs finally gets a bit of a retake, but still has a long ways to go. 32 and counting to 64. And we're about to move to our third hard point here, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. Curbs right now trying to make a progress. 39-64. 7 seconds for the scrap time. Who will be the first one to control the hard point? Is he going to have a great defense, which is really needed on the tight space on the P3 going outside from that building? That's not a good decision, and this is the one that we are talking about. This is going to be a tight space. You just really need to control the sidelines right here in order for you to secure more points, as we are seeing on the side of Ralph with 75-39, and Curbs doing his best right now to dance around, dodge the bullets, but not finding any success.
Right on the coconut. And again, this is what we're talking about, man. Ralph has that on lock, bro. Whenever he already gets that pre-aim going, that's him. It is definitely him. Okay, let's see if I'm going to be proven wrong here. Oh, never mind. Okay, so Curbs. Okay, I'm taking one right out of your book. Already on the hard point with about 10 seconds left. Let's see how the next hard point is going to fare for these two guys. Ralph already here, just making sure that he does have a positional advantage before he heads straight to the garage.
Here we go. Curbs.
He still
long
won it.
range.
He still won it.
Oh my God. And here we go. This is going to be interesting. Might be Curbs using a lot of utilities. Here we go. That's the one that I'm trying to say. Curbs right now trying to be clever. Taking over this garage hard point. But Ralph taking a time, perfect timing. No, Curves.
Uh-oh.
That's a clutch win, brother.
It
Just,
was,
you
it
know,
actu-
what we call in Tagalog, piso. Pisong buhay na lang.
It was. The man was at the edge of his life, and he was able to pull through. Okay, beautiful stuff. 94-71 again. It is slowly starting to be a closer hard point here. You know what this means? It means that Ralph was actually able to learn from what really was the flaw earlier. But again, Curves, this is where he caught up. This is where he reverse swept Ralph. So very important here for Ralph to show that, you know, you fooled me once, shame on you, and you know the rest.
I couldn't agree more. So that's why Ralph knows what to do, and being the first one trying to rotate, moving on to the reset. We are back on the P1 once again. Scrap time, 2 seconds. Here we go. Curves got the win, and definitely being the first one to control the hard point.
Oh boy. Okay, 76 and counting. We're looking at a very blue hard point here. Let's see how that's going to be for Ralph. He is, once again, he's more a shooter the way that I see it right now, at least for our hard points. Then he is a defender. But oh, Curves flushing him out. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. 90-115. So a lot of I'd say a lot of lead here on the side of. Okay, so again, just to avoid the confusion here, ladies and gentlemen, it is Ralph now finally getting that learning from all of this. Yellow versus blue, and it is looking all yellow. That's from a song, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So let's see. Curves right now. What is going on? And Ralph taking over once again. We are seeing some yellow. I know there might be a confusion in terms of the names right now, but
we're okay.
On the yellow side, that's going to be Ralph. On the blue side, that's going to be Curves. And Ralph taking the lead with 135, which is clearly a momentum that we're talking about earlier.
Yes.
And keeps that energy flow going. Just keeps on winning the battle.
Man, 9 seconds, and Ralph is gonna redeem himself here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, not until Curves has something to say. 105-144, literally just one more hold up. But yep, ladies and gentlemen, we are probably ending it at our third hard point reset here with 2 seconds to go, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Ralph with a beautiful hard point victory. Redemption is sweet. Super Clark.
Clearly a sweet one because, you know, it matters right now. So we feel like Ralph needs a break to know what to do next, to refocus himself to this match to where it was clearly an evident because of the 2-0. And Curves doesn't have any answer. And because of that one, Ralph has a chance right now to be crowned as champion. Moving on to the grand finals, because as you can see from the scores, Ralph got the 150 over 109 from the last match. Clearly a dominant win from Ralph. So it's going to be interesting. We will be seeing once again Sky fighting the first ever time to Ralph. So this will be a perfect match on a 1v1.
Man. So this is also a sign, right? That our players are more than capable of flipping the script. They are able to turn the tides to their favor. Ralph being that guy here, ladies and gentlemen. And just check out just a little bit of what went on earlier. Beautiful stuff from both players. And I love the fact that the XM4 finally got whipped out. It's one of my favorites.
And it's clearly a useful SMG for the Coast Water battle. Same goes with Ralph. We keep on seeing that one. But the thing is, the strategy that he keep on making from this highlights, because he knows the corner, he knows where to point the gun, to where he knows as well on how to play the time. He's always being the first one to control the hard point. And he uses that one as one of his advantages, able to capitalize, and because of that, he banked a lot of points to where, you know, it's kind of like it gives him some space for, you know, a little mistakes. And because of that one, he is more confident in taking over this hard point battle from Curves.
Absolutely. And Curves really held his ground. You know, he did try. It was close. It got way, way closer than we expected. But at the end of it all, you know, Ralph learned his lesson, or at least learned from that previous match. I'm gonna definitely try to seal this the way I should have during the first one. Because he could have kept his winner's side, right? He could have been the one up there, but no. Either way, Curves, he gave it his all. And he was on the winner's side. Curves was on the winner's side. So just really had a tall mountain to climb here for both players who are super, super game. 16-10 for Ralph. Now, waiting on the other side, ladies and gentlemen, is a very dominant, untouchable Sky. Oh, it's going to be intense.
All right, let's see how he goes. This is going to be an interesting battle from these two players. And before we move on, as you can see, the series MVP, Ralph, got a better points with total of 37 right now. He's about to face Sky, who got a better journey because Sky started with a sweep with 2-0. And then after that, moving on to the upper bracket semifinals, he did the same thing. It's kind of like a back-to-back sweep fighting against Curves. And on the journey, on the flip side of Ralph, he started losing the battle with Curves. And then after that, got a win fighting against Vishnu. And then having the momentum carry over to the lower bracket semifinals to where he got a sweep win once again fighting against Curves. So he has a chance right now to still use that momentum as one of his advantages to fight the greatest player from this series. He hasn't lost anything yet. I'm talking about Sky. So let's see how it goes.
And that we will, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as we come back from a very, very short break, stay tuned. This is the grand final. So we are going to crown one winner here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go away. Call of Duty Mobile's Community Gladiators 2025 will return.
To helo extraction. Helo inbound. 50 seconds to extraction.
There's a legend told on Serpent Island. A warrior could not pierce the serpent's body, and so it tricked it into swallowing a sharp blade. When we made plans to detonate the Kurahana Go, we had no idea that bombs had already been planted inside the ship. Now, the Kurahana Go has run aground here, and the T3 it was transporting has drawn the world's attention. This is not an end. After all, chaos creates opportunity. Nuestra existencia es para el futuro.
Five minutes to helo extraction. net secured. Exfil now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Call of Duty Mobile Community Gladiators 2025 playoffs. And yes, you are seeing this right. We are already at the grand finals of our 1v1 multiplayer. So this is going to be a very interesting one, to say the least, because Sky, again, has not dropped a single match yet, Super Clark.
That is definitely true. So it only means that he's clearly the best player for this mode. On the side of Ralph, he got a great experience and learnings throughout his journey for this 1v1 multiplayer mode, because he got a taste of losing a battle, come back strong, and being consistent, getting a back-to-back win. So it's going to be his chance right now to prove that, hey, I'm still here. I can still grab the win at the very end. On the flip side, Sky still clearly has a good blue sky in terms of his performances. He might be also crowned as champion, so let's see how it goes.
Absolutely. Let's see how dim those skies can be, if ever that does happen. But for now, it is all about those CPs, man. We have 400k worth of CPs for our entire Community Gladiators, ladies and gentlemen. So for the 1v1 alone, look at this. That's 10k.
Wow.
10 solid G's. And for those of them who actually did get eliminated, leading to our playoffs, they did not leave empty-handed. So there's still a lot to go around here. Sure, there's still about a 2k gap, between second and champion. But again, Call of Duty Mobile aims to be very generous here, Super Clark.
I couldn't agree more. That's a lot right there. And I keep on saying earlier that that's going to be a 2 complete draw, all right, for the legendary weapons that you desire, right? So if you're aiming for something, or maybe that's the new update that we have for the new season, if you don't have any Street Fighter operator, this is going to be your chance right now to use that 10,000 COD points for having Ryu or any other Street Fighter players that you wish to have. And before that, definitely let's talk about the journey of all of the players. We started with 400, and right now we ended with 4 on a quarter on our playoffs, and definitely we're on the deciding match right now. We're on the grand finals of the 1v1 multiplayer mode. So let's see who will be crowned champion and receive a 10,000 COD points.
Man, it is always the thrill of the kill for these players. But imagine that 200 plus players already just to get their hands on these potential, at least the tendency to get your sweet COD points. Anyways, so all that's done and dusted. We are now at our playoffs, which will run from today, December 19th, all the way to the 22nd, which lands on a Monday, ladies and gentlemen. So that is a variety of multiplayers, both for 1v1s, teams, and of course the battle royales in the same format. We have some 1v1 and some squad action. Tomorrow will be a lot of team, I'd say, predicaments. Today we're already looking at something that's a bit personal, as we talked about it, Super Clark. But tomorrow, oh man, we're gonna be passing batons left and right for our teammates here. Let's see how that's gonna go.
All right, this is going to be an interesting match as we show you the bracket. The journey of all of the players is the one that I'm talking about. We started with Sky with 2-0, followed by Curves and Ralph with 2-1, which Ralph loses the battle. He went to the lower bracket, Vishnu and Ralph fighting against each other, but Ralph getting a sweep and definitely moving on. And we saw Sky and Curves with 2-0. Sky clearly clean sweep once again, and from the lower bracket, Ralph continuously fighting back with another sweep. And right now we are seeing these two players fighting the 10,000 COD points.
Man, imagine that. A while ago, we just saw how these players were prepping. It was all calm before the storm, as we always say. But now it's too late for that, man. But there is no going back. These players have already went 0 to 100, if I can say so myself. It is crunch time, especially for Sky. I'm pretty sure he's cracking his knuckles already up. Let's get this over with. But not if Ralph has something to say about that. I'm telling you.
Right. Okay. This is going to be... I think we will be starting off with Killhouse, a team deathmatch at a Killhouse. So let's see, because looking back from the journey of Ralph of Killhouse, Sky got a good experience, and in fact, Sky got a win playing in Killhouse. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Community Gladiators 2025. We are starting the grand finals for the 1v1 multiplayer mode. This is gonna be the first kill, and Sky, oh Sky,
what?
got the first blood.
I am gonna boot up my game after this just to get my hands on the PKM again. It seems to be a recurring formula for Sky to whip out the PKM at the very first, I'd say the initial encounter right here in Killhouse, just to probably test the waters and just spray and pray for the for the time being. That's exactly what it is. This is what the PKM is about, dude. This weapon, this light machine gun, is able to flush out any opponent from beyond the grave, man. This thing will pass through walls, will pass through another dimension. It will pass through oxygen. I'm telling you, this weapon right here. Look at this. They're both gonna use it because this is a very, very good weapon to literally reveal positions, right? You can just tee off if you hit somebody. Oh, okay, that's where they're hiding.
Yep. And a lot of wall bangs that we are seeing right now using that PKM, but Ralph got the lead 5-3. We still have 8 minutes to play. Keeps on trying to use a better angle, but Sky got the answer 5-4. Close match right here. Let's see what's going to happen next, if Sky will be finding an equalizer.
Yeah, there is no such thing as hiding spots, hiding areas with these heavy machine guns. But again, a bit of change of complexion here as Ralph goes straight to the Odin. Slow fire rate, but really good damage right there. Beautiful. Now this exchange hasn't been anything short of automatic. So I'm trying to see if someone's gonna whip out a single shooter here, or maybe or rather a single shot. Let's see if there's gonna be a sniper or a shotgun anywhere. A while ago, I did see the attempt to go for an HS 0405, but to no avail. There's just too much firepower to go around.
Right, and right now Sky trying to make a play, close quarter battle, using that Odin. getting that kill. We are seeing an equalizer, oh buddy. 6-6 is our score, adding one more kill point.
Man, okay, so Sky. Oh, okay, here we go. Ralph, man, issues the challenge. He brings out the Tundra. Let's see if there's gonna be a bit of a clap back here, a little bit of an answer for Sky. No, he's keeping it steady, and I'm gonna stick with the Odin. Does he pick it up? Did he pick it up?
I think not. Let's see. Oh, all right. Use that missile. Oh,
I think
that's
he did.
a clutch one.
Never
Yeah.
mind, he did not. He did not pick up the he did not pick up the LW. Here we go. So Sky just keeping his hands I'd say rested with the Odin, just holding on that fire button. Beautiful. 7-10 in favor of Sky.
All right. Here we go. Sky once again. Let's see. So using the Odin. Still, oh my god, finally Ralph finds some good answer with 8-10. So can he keep up? Losing only 2 points right now. Trying to close out the gap, showing some aggression. What a great rotation. Hearing the footsteps. Great job using that space and winning the close quarter.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Okay, 10-10, man. Closest that Ralph's ever been here, at least. Because a while ago, he did get a significant lead against, a very significant lead against Curves, wasn't it? So that was a bit painful. But look at this. Now Ralph in the lead against Sky. Maybe this is proof that gods can bleed.
Oh my god, you got to be aware right now on the lead. So let's see if Sky will have some answer. And true enough, after saying it, Sky getting the win. We're back on the PKM fight right here. VMP on the side of Ralph.
Ooh.
Definitely he needs to close out the gap just to get a kill. And here we go.
Yeah.
Finding some good intel, jumping around from that wall just to see the location of Ralph, doing some reload. Here we go. That's going to be the chance for him to do some wall bang. Does it work? Does it not? Great rotation. Sky gets the win.
Oh my god, dude. The amount of time that the PKM really takes to reload is still laughable to me, man. Like that, this is it is definitely gonna take an entire round. You see, that's why you have to be wise when you use it. But again, that's what comes with power. See, Sky is still getting a lot of mileage with the PKM. So every single time that he does he does let this rip, he has to account for the reload time of the PKM. Okay,
here we go.
Yep, here we go. He's still not reloading. He can't reload.
And taking that advantage on the side of Ralph, using that Holger. Great job. What a great battle indeed. They're all clever enough.
Let me try again. I can't. Now he does. He buys himself a little bit of time to reload. Pretty sure he's already hearing the footsteps, right? Oh my gosh, PKM. All right. Oh, I don't know what that was. He froze over there. Okay, now it's Ralph's turn. Okay, no. Never mind that. I am not picking up that tank. I am just going to stick with my Holger.
All right. Here we go. 15-14. 1 point difference. And Ralph right now trying to take care of that lead. But the question there, how long? Still the PKM. Oh my god. Definitely with the equalizer. Just like that, Ralph taking over right now. We still have 4 minutes, brother.
Oh man. Okay, I thought he did not reload. He actually did reload. Okay, we're seeing the benefits right now. He has double LMGs here. So in case the PKM does call for backup, I have the Holger ready. I don't need to reload forever because the Holger can do that for me. Now here we go. Ralph in the lead against Sky and getting momentum. All right.
Gotta be ready right now because Ralph has a groove, but it's a good thing. Sky got the answer. PKM still trying to make it, a chance to do some reload. And Ralph Holger, player that we are seeing right here, trying to close out the gap. That's the best thing that he can do, and it works on the side of Ralph with a PKM, a powerful weapon that you can use. And still the score on the lead is going to be on the side of Ralph.
Fun fact, Super Clark, while this is a bit of a close match right here, I've always been a fan of PKM, even in the movies, right? Because this is a very popular light machine gun, to be honest with you. So this is one of the reasons why I also find it amusing. No matter how long, how atrociously time consuming the reload time is, it is still one of my favorites. And looking at how this is being used here, and for good reason, right? It makes it even the more interesting. 19 to 19 here. We're almost set point, or rather match point for Sky. If he gets this one frag, then Ralph will be in a world of trouble.
Oh, that's it. Using the pistol, getting the win on the first round. Killhouse, this is the one that I'm talking about this time. I know it's really a close battle because how crazy the reload time of the PKM, but Sky able to take that advantage, able to still capitalize because of the secondary weapon that he's using and the positioning, definitely the wall bounce that he keeps on using. And the scores ended with 21 to 19 and Sky gets the win. That's crazy win out there.
It is insanely hilarious to me, dude. Like every time I look at Sky, at least for that entire match, he would actually start to try reloading the gun, and then he realized, oh snap, I don't have time. I have to make sure that I still have enough rounds in the chamber. You know, I still have that belt on in case I do spot Ralph, because you really cannot. You really cannot. Oh, we're gonna change the graphic here, guys. It is Sky who took the win. We're gonna relay that submission control. It is Sky who did win, 21 to 19. Really close, by the way. Super Clark. Can we be? If we're gonna be serious for a moment there, it was too close for comfort.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a back and forward lead out there when we started the game, and the moment we see Sky taking the advantage of the PKM, although sometimes it's really you need to consider that, you know, how slow it is in taking a reload. But Ralph trying to somehow make a use of the holder, yes indeed it really works on some of the gameplays, and Odin was the perfect weapon for Ralph. But you know, PKM still a huge powerful impact, I can say that, from this battle, because you know at the very end we're still seeing Sky using the PKM.
Absolutely, and it's all faith moving forward when it came to the PKM, because it has a glaring weakness. It's the mobility. It has that problem, you know. But when you do get the proper positioning, regardless of what the weapon is, it just takes like 3 bullets for PKM to put you in your place. So this right here, if you look at the scores as well, we were tied for so long, up until the last couple frags there, that went in favor of Sky. And again, the PKM, I hope we get to see some bits of that highlights, right? Like, whenever he would try to reload, dang it, I do not have time to reload right now. I have to just be in position.
That's crazy. And it was clear. There we go. This is the one that you're talking about, Mika. He's trying to reload, and Ralph taking that advantage with the use of that holder. And definitely Sky learned a lot from that experience. And the moment he knows a way that he can do a reload, that's the time that he took the advantage of using the PKM at the very end.
Dude, even if you use some of them perks, right, just to speed up your reload, it's not gonna work. You know, is naturally a heavy weapon to wield. Not to mention the reload time is always gonna be slower. Again, even if you have some of them perks and some of them uses. But 21 to 19, man, this was again another testament that Sky might be in trouble if he's not careful.
Right, because you know, looking at the number of kills, looking at the number of deaths, is really close. Is like about to be equalized on the hands of Ralph. But it is what it is. He got a win at the very end. 2-point difference. 3-point. 2-point difference. Yeah. Oh, my God, my math is not mathing. But yeah, at the very end, this guy got the win, and we're going to move on to the hard point, where it's going to be a strong, or one of the strengths of Sky here. So let's see how it goes. We're going to move on once again to Apocalypse.
Yeah, okay. Beauty. Chef's kiss map for me, I'm telling you. But definitely not the right place for you to me, definitely not the best hardpoint map ever out there. It's still so dangerous, dude. Even as a team, this map is very, very hard to defend. So yeah, Anyways, it is what it is. We are gonna see how Sky is gonna deal with this. Also, because this is not his last game, right? He still
Right.
needs to win one more to be considered a clean sweep. Or, but again, not if Ralph can do anything about it. If there's any indicator so far, Super Clark, with how Ralph was during the first game that he had, is that he's a little bit challenged when it comes to hardpoint.
Yep, that is definitely true. And just to um, remind everyone, Sky hasn't lost anything with
Nothing.
a hard point.
Nothing.
So this will be an interesting battle as we start the battle once again from these two players. Sky fighting against Ralph at the Apocalypse. So let's see how it goes. If this is gonna be the time for Ralph to shine
Uh-oh.
as he start the first blood and get the control of the hard point.
Oh, looking at the opposite direction. Again, this is why it's a problem, ladies and gentlemen. You do not know where to look. A bit of a hit indicator right there, and that's it. Good retake immediately by Sky. Has to make these points count. So, one more disadvantage here, ladies and gentlemen. As I always mentioned when it comes to hardpoint, you do not have backup on 1v1. So, you have to hold this spot all by yourself using instinct and cautiousness. Just like that. Look at this. Ralph with a little bit of sideways strafe action, taking out Sky from the equation, getting back the points that he lost earlier.
Right, and true enough, as we are seeing the scores right now, is definitely filing up on the side of Ralph, 27-13. Now, how long can he keep up? Because Sky right now about to take over, and we still have 2 seconds, and we're gonna go now to the scrap time, and they're still on the P1. And who will be the first one? I think it's gonna be the blue side, which happens to be Ralph right now, but he's still not taking the control of the hard point and loses the battle. The gunfights from Sky.
Oh boy. Okay, so again, closer than we think, Super Clark. Ooh, okay, I like it. I like the tug of war from from these two gladiators. I see what I did there. Anyways, but I just took a glimpse as well of our comment section. Unfortunately, people, we don't have rewards yet. We're not informed of anything for our viewers. But thank you for tuning in. Show some love and support to your teams. We really appreciate that. Now back to the action. 40-33. I believe that, yes, Sky has to tread very, very carefully here if he's going to take it. Yep, beautiful, beautiful approach. 45-36 and counting for our second hard point. Let's see if Ralph will... Oh, no, he does not choose to wait for Sky in the next hard point. He contested it.
Oh my God. I don't know what's going on, but it is a close battle that we are seeing in terms of points out here. So it's a battle of who will be the smarter player from this match. As we are seeing right now, we still have a less than a minute to play to control the hard point, but that's going to be at the advantage of Sky. But I was wrong right now. This time it's on the hands of Ralph. Now the question there, how can he plan things out and control longer the hard point?
Again, really tight. So as we mentioned, this right here is very treacherous for anybody to take on alone. And again, Ralph, see, that's what I'm trying to say. Even Sky, bro. Like, if Ralph already has a pre-fire, there's a huge chance he's going to win the gunfight. He's been scouting this entire area by himself, already with a 20-point lead against Sky. But again, the confidence of Sky to push for it with just a few sprays, and there it is. Care of the VMP. Just 7 seconds to spare for Sky, and again maybe allowing Ralph to head to the next hard point where they can finally duel, just in case Ralph chooses to step in.
Yep, it is something that we are about to find out. Ralph, checking the corners, and because of that, loses the battle from Sky. Great job.
Yep.
And we are back on to the hill to where it's going to be an open air battlefield. This is going to be the P4 to where we keep on seeing how great they are in taking that advantage of the huge rock. But Ralph, there you go, destroyer of the huge rock.
Oh boy. And again, that's That's what we're talking about, man. It is a matter now of who's confident. Remember what I did say earlier, that Sky probably allowed Ralph to get to that next hard point just so he can challenge him for it a little later. That's exactly what happened. 87 and 77. Here we go. Last 13 seconds. But again, a slight retake from Ralph, putting in a little bit more of them points on the board. 91 to 78.
Here we go. We're back on the reset. Let's see who will take over the next hard point. 4 seconds for the scrap time. Checking the location. Oh my God, Ralph making it work. And we're back on the P1. Ralph, we are seeing how good he is in controlling this hard point. Not checking out the right corner, but it is what it is. Sky about to retake. So the question there, if he can get closer, because a lot of strategies that I keep on seeing on a team battle for this match, for this kind of hardpoint mode, they're like playing it late, like trying to retake the remaining hard points and trying to save a lot of time. From there, we will be surprised on how they managed to get a win, and that's the one that we are seeing right now from Sky.
Oh, not looking good for Sky as well here. Super Clark 115 to 105. Okay, so again, scrap points kind of do matter here, ladies and gentlemen, since you don't actually have someone to advance to the next hard point. You gotta take as much points as possible. But now Sky, he has to rely on his instinct, his gun skills. Let's see. Oh, again, Ralph with the ambush position, able to rack up more points. Sky's in trouble here. This might be his first loss.
Oh my, oh my.
I said that too soon. Forget it.
All right, but let's see. We're about to hit 150 mark on the side of Rob, but let's see. I might be wrong. I might be predicting it early, but let's see how it goes. A good rotation that we are seeing from the Ralph right now, getting a good win. 122 on the Sky because of that battle. Let's see. We're getting closer right now. This one that I'm talking about, a late performance, a late progress. It might be on the side of Sky. Is this going to be a Ralph with the answer? Oh, shoot. Let's see. I don't know now what's going to happen. It might be Ralph getting the win, the first ever win and the first ever loss of Sky.
Oh man, 137 to 131. Really tight match. Oh, but again, just when we thought he has the momentum, he has to stand. He has to stand his ground here. Okay, gotta watch your back. Again, the timing issues, the very difficult hard point to accomplish. Ralph, look at the outmaneuvering here of Sky. Oh, okay. Possibly the first loss of Sky here, ladies and gentlemen. 144 to 135. He meant no way! No way! Yo!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
He's still ahead of the curve here. Okay. Oh man!
Sky!
Oh, what a comeback from Sky, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Still on top of the mountain is Sky. Unbelievable showing.
That was so close. It was clearly so close. And Sky, oh my God, oh my, Sky having a blue Sky out there, getting another win, 2-0 on the side of Ralph, but he still has a chance to fight back.
This.
That's crazy. As you can see, it was clearly a close battle, 150 to 143, but Sky got the win. But the question there, what's going to be the plan of Ralph moving on to the Search and Destroy, brother?
Man, I am lost for words right now. That is crazy talk. And to be honest, I didn't think, honestly, I did not think that it would be that close. Dude, anyone who takes that hard point for the last 10 seconds would have won.
I know.
I hope we do get to advance that. We're going to change the graphic as well, guys. As to not confuse our viewers, right? So, dude, okay. Can we just talk about when we reached 130, it became super, super tight.
Right.
Right? The gap was so short that anybody, and I mean anyone, between these two players could have actually taken that victory. As much as we want to show you every single thing here, ladies and gentlemen, but those final seconds, it was a matter of positioning, because you're gonna burn time going to the hard point after you are fragged out. Oh my goodness. Well, let's wait for that, Super Clock. I am excited to see how that looks.
So you can see right here, Sky's trying to, somehow, because just so you know, Pika, this is the one that I keep on seeing on pro teams.
Yes.
Specifically, sharing it, or specifically on the team Elevate, which is our world champion last year. They just lost this year, but yeah, that's the one that I keep on seeing. The play styles that they are really executing, they're just gonna have kind of like a better, or somehow a grasp of the strategy of their opponents, and then after that they're going to perform late. So it's kind of like they know their skills, they know that they can get a lot of points if they're going to still perform late, because that's the time on how they manage their time in playing the hard point. So they keep on winning, brother. That's the strategies that they keep on using, and that's the one that I saw with Sky. Like, he's just allowing Ralph to take over the hard point, and after doing the next wave, after having the next wave, brother, on the hard point, that's the time that we're seeing Sky really taking a lot of time and really focusing on getting a kill points and doing a retake, and at the same time being the first one to get the hard point, where we're seeing the points gets closer. And this is the one that you are talking about, brother.
Yeah, you see, that's what I commend Sky for. He's willing to take that risk of allowing a bit of a lead on the side of Ralph, right? And playing retake, because you're not sure how well you're gonna do against that encounter. Now, this is it. This is the crazy highlight of the entire match. 143 to 135. You see, and that right there, that blind to a frag, that was very important here for Sky. And that's it. Because of those two final frags, those two final encounters, right? That's it. That is all that Sky needed to stay untouched over here, Super Clark. And again, as you mentioned, it's a matter of retaking. But to me, again, the risk was so high for Sky, because in that final encounter, that final clash that they had, if he was unable to take out Ralph, and Ralph was able to survive that, it's done. It's done. Sky is finally scarred in his very first loss.
Oh my God. We're thinking like Ralph is about to break the record of Sky, but it is still a perfect one. No loss yet on the side of Sky. But let's see what's going to happen. We still have one more match to see and witness if Ralph still got a good somehow thinking and somehow strategies that he can definitely use. We might be seeing some sniper battle in Tunisia.
But man, the mode of champions, as we say, search and destroy, right? Now Tunisia, if there was already the dread of a big map in the form of, like, say, Summit, right? This right here is double of that. This is like twice as big and twice as deadly because of this, because of the impending doom each corner that you go to. I'm already looking at that right now. I'm already looking at Winery. That right there is I'd say that is a dead spot for anybody who's gonna try to peek over that window with a sniper just waiting, looking over the horizon. I'm not really trying to be a pessimist here of giving them any ideas, but that's true. It is what it is when it comes to Tunisia. Look at this. This balcony alone, this is a problem.
Yeah. But right now we're seeing the players using shotgun, both of them. So I don't see any sniper. So it's going to be a long run. A lot of when you say it's kind of like going on to the A side or the B side, it was really a lot of time to where if you're planning to rotate, it's like a lot of effort right now putting some intel to your opponents, just like adding some pressure, and because of that, Sky gets the win first on S&D.
Yeah, you know, he had to put on the finishing touches immediately with the HSO 405 getting a lot of damage.
Yep.
Honestly, you have to make sure that the second shot counts, because if you let your opponent get away, then that's the heal right there. Good thing that they did give some changes, you know, to the HSO 405. Oh, but again, maybe, just maybe, I don't know. Maybe Sky can see the future. He's seen this. He's seen this before.
And this is going to be an interesting battle this time. This is the one that we're talking about. So let's see how Ralph, having a good position, is he's going to go to the balcony that Pika is mentioning earlier. But let's see how it works, because Sky right now is on the A side. Oh, misses that shot. It works, brother. It works, Pika.
I told you. I hate being right in that regard, dude. I just spoiled literally one round. That they are gonna face each other over near winery and hell, but you know that is what Tunisia is about. There is gonna be a challenge issued one way or the other. So here we go, 2-1, and we've already had 2 rounds of 0 objective play. So it is now a matter of who's gonna be calling out who. Ow! Challenge accepted, says Sky. Got it. There we go.
If you can do a snipe kill, I can do better.
Yes. When in Rome, buddy. Or in this case, when in Tunisia. You know? So, 3-1.
Let's see what's going to happen now. Sky not taking the balcony, but he's about to be closer to the A side. Here we go. Let's see how good it is. Oh, another one top, bro.
Spots a Chun-Li and pulls the trigger. Let's go. 4-1. Again, guys, I'm going to say it right now. Sky is finding absolute solace in here, man. This is his zone for some weird reason. But you know what? Ralph was able to show us a lot of moments. I have faith in Ralph at this point, man. He can do something. He was able to get a clean snipe, hence getting his first frag, if memory serves. So let's see how that's gonna go.
Let's see if there will be any answer from Ralph. It's like he has some fear right now, because twice being one top by Sky and making it 3. Using that sniper, and the score right now is 5-1.
We're
Crazy
already
win from Sky.
switching sides, bro. We're already switching sides. Last 2 rounds from Sky, ladies and gentlemen, and he is gonna walk away unscathed here, if that is indeed the case. I don't wanna jinx it. We don't wanna. But my goodness, someone stop this man. Oh, okay.
Trying to provoke. Trying to somehow, hey, send a message that I am here. But Ralph, forget about the bomb. Going back to the spawn. Oh! That's a clear shot out there, and he knows it's a Woody because of notification when you grab a bomb. Crazy.
You know
Crazy
what that
Sky.
was? He actually took a second look. And that's what cost him. If he actually kept moving forward, that would have been it. That would have been it. But again, it's not the end of the road here, guys. We have seen a lot of comebacks in the past. So if Ralph manages to make something happen here, something miraculous, if you will, then this just might be a heroic ending. Or at least just to tie things up. Okay, just one solid peek here, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. Match point. Will he give a point to Ralph? Just like, you know, for Sky to have a little bit of rest from the pressure of the game. Sky right now clearly knows where Ralph is. Clearly trying to position himself, finding a better... Oh.
Okay.
And that's one that I'm talking about. Giving a point. Just, you know, for him to do some reset. And
I like that.
Let me predict this one. There's gonna be Sky right now. He's gonna
I
get
think
the
he's
win.
gonna end it. Yeah, I think he's going to end it right now, man. Let's see. I don't know if that was a novelty win right here, but Sky, ladies and gentlemen, still a madman, and they are literally steps away from each other. Does Sky know? He's gonna get flushed out.
Mm.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sky takes it 3-0 in the grand finals of our 1v1 here at the Community Gladiators. Unbelievable performance, Super Clark.
Indeed, and congratulations to Sky. No loss. Can you imagine how good he is? What a journey that he has been. Clearly, a force is to be reckoned with because he doesn't have any losses. Can you imagine? So he started from the round 1, 2-0, and followed by the semis, fighting against with Curves with 2-0, and then 3-0. Oh my god. I don't know how will I describe how good this guy is.
He really is without a limit. The Sky without limit, I'm telling you. He is amazing. You know what, guys? Even when looking back at these highlights, it is just shot after shot. He was ahead of the curve every single time. You know, just 2 moves ahead. Not to mention, oh yeah, you see, that's what I was talking about with Ralph's. One beautiful snipe was care of the Tundra. So I cannot discredit him for actually trying again. But just like that, Sky just seemingly was at the right place at the right time. This is what I was talking about. You see, he actually took a second look, and that's what cost him. And this was it. This was the cap. Or never mind. This was the second round of Ralph. But the cap right there, the very last shot on the side of Sky, Super Clark, that was it. That was him raising his hand already, for sure.
Imagine no losses at all. Sky clearly the MVP of this first day of our playoffs, Community Gladiators 2025. Sky getting 7 kills with 2 deaths and grabbing the crown champion, which is a 10,000 COD points. As you can see, the series MVP with 44 kills in total, 12 deaths only with 122 KDAs, and because of that, he got the belt of champion and will be receiving a 10,000 COD points plus the 1,000 on top of the COD points for the crown champion, because he's definitely the MVP of this match.
Man, a total of 111 frags, man. 111 kills, that is insane. So he's a 3-digiter, not just in hardpoint, but even here. Even in general. Right? That's amazing. But then again, Sky, congratulations. I'm pretty sure that this name is going to start striking more fear now moving forward, especially here in the Community Gladiators. Congratulations, Sky. Beautifully done.
Beautifully done indeed. Congratulations to Sky. Clearly a great journey, a perfect journey. I can say that because he got no loss on any matches. So clearly a force is to be reckoned with and something to look out for whenever you are doing some 1v1. Be careful with Sky, because like Pika is saying, Sky has no limit. Sky's the limit indeed, right?
No, dude, limitless. Again, as we always say, this man, I am at the edge of my seat, like watching him play. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I really thought that Ralph was gonna get that hard point. I really thought that, honestly. But for some reason, man, this guy has not just divine intervention, but of course he has undeniable skill, and he showed that in the search and destroy. So look at this, guys. Look at the path that Sky had to go through. There is no number under him other than 0. That is what the guy did.
Oh my god, a back-to-back win for the champ. which is no other than Sky. Great job right there, and congratulations as well. Shout out to the mother, the mother of Ralph, who's definitely watching and supporting, Ralph's. But thank you so much, Mom, for the support. Really appreciate it. But yep, a good fight. GG's indeed on the side of Ralph. But at the very end, the champ is Sky.
What a day, ladies and gentlemen. But again, it's only day one. It's only been day one. So for those of you who want to catch up more on the action and what's at stake, we're going to be showing you more here from the Call of Duty Mobile Community Gladiators. 400 G's worth of CPs, and this is what they had to fight for today. Super Clark, 10,000 for the champ, 8 for second, third gets 5, fourth gets fourth, and so on and so forth. Plus, of course, the MVP bonus of 1,000 CPs.
Right, and moving on to the team, we are seeing 50,000 for the champion, 1,000 for the MVP, and that's going to be on the day 2, so that will be interesting. So a lot of teams will be playing on our playoffs. And moving on, Pika for the BR.
Pretty much the same. We have 10,000 for the champ, second gets 8, and in succession, we all get a piece of the pie. Again, MVP. We cannot stress that enough. You get 1,000 additional CPs, ladies and gentlemen. But for this one, it kind of changes a little bit comparative to the multiplayer, as the champion gets 40,000 CPs for our BR squad. The second gets 32K, second gets 20, and so on and so forth. Still, hefty amount of CPs for you guys to enjoy. Community Gladiators is all about that. Now, just a quick recap here. Our 1v1 is done for multiplayer, that is. So we went through 200 plus. Now for the teams of multiplayer, which is going to be tomorrow, we started off with 20, and now we are down to our 4 teams in a double elimination format.
Right, and let's see, because this journey, day 1 has been ended. As you can see, the tournament schedule, we started with the qualifiers group stage, and right now we are on the day 1 of the playoffs, and it has been ended. The crown champion was Sky. Clearly a dominant win from him with no losses. Can you imagine that one? And moving on to the day 2, we will have a team battle for multiplayer mode. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be intense. I'm so excited. Moving on to the day 2, and I really appreciate you all because of the support that you are giving to our Community Gladiators 2025. Any last thoughts, any last message, Pika, before we end?
Well, at least for our day 1, thank you so much for all of you who tuned in here at the Call of Duty Mobile Community Gladiators 1v1 multiplayer. I can't believe it's only been that, it's one day and we've already witnessed this much action. But we are far from over. We have 3 more days of solid Call of Duty Mobile action. So it has been a pleasure once again to be gracing the mic. Pika here and Super Clark. We will be back tomorrow for the multiplayer team matches. So thank you. That is it for us. See you guys at work.